We are putting the finishing touches on this December Daily album. Hi, this is Kelly, and welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios. And I've got one little part yet I need to finish, and I thought I would do that on camera. I'm going to turn this over here so I can get a little bit more light over here. But I have all the hole reinforcers in place, and I've gone through and I've put all the number stickers on all the pages. And I'm going to come back to those in just a minute. And then I've gone through and I've done all cut and rounded the corners on all the photo mats. Now, one thing I did add was my Archival Gold Shine ink from Teresa Collins. I really miss that girl's creativity. But I went through and I edged all these because there was not going to be enough room in the pocket to mat this. And this is going to be the photo mat, and then there's room for journaling about the photo on the back. So I just decided to edge them with the gold ink, and that would give that a little bit of a pop. So I have those all done, and I've talked about this in other videos, but I don't put all of my number things in the exact same spot because then you get all that bulk in one spot in your journal. So I decided to go ahead and just randomly place them according to what the papers were. So like this pocket was really bland, so this was a good place to put this. This one I didn't want to hide it in here, so I put it up at the top. This one again would have blended in with this and covered this reindeer, so up at the top it went. Yes, I have two to the top, but they're not all like that. See, then this one drops down here to the bottom. This one I didn't want to cover up the Christmas exhibit here, so I did put it up at the top. And just kind of went around and placed them just whatever looked good. Now because I had them here and here, I went ahead and put this one down here, but I set it inside the pattern that was already on the paper. So I have those completely done. All 31 pockets are ready to go in the journal. I used my triple punch, detailed trio punch from Stampin' Up. I like this for heavier cardstock, and it gives me a slightly wider rounding on there, so I used that. Put my Teresa Collins ink away. And I have these that I had taken off of all of the photo boxes when I did my stamp sets. Bob's going to help me figure out the best way to snap this off, and then I can attach this to the spine of my journal with either brad. So I wanted to do that before I put this in, and I'm probably still going to not finish this up yet, but I do have the paper here to do this. But if you'll notice, it doesn't matter how I position this in here, this paper's still not covering this in here well enough. So I can still see the brown here, and I can see the brown here. So what I'm going to do, since I have to hold off on that, I have a little bitty strip, if I can get a hold of it, of the paper from that set. I'm not sure why that's like that. And it's just a little bit, and it's not long enough. So we go back over here to my sample of where I have all my pieces. And I want to see if I can find another piece of this. Aha! How's that for serendipity? That's where I got these two pieces out of, but they weren't quite long enough. So I'll put them back in my bits and bobs folder and secure this back up. Now tomorrow, for Tag Tuesday and for the Tag Tuesdays the rest of this month, it's going to be all about, it's going to be all about fall. The temps have cooled down here, and it's really getting nice. I need to make sure this paper is at least 8.5 inches. So I'm going to bring out my paper trimmer. Take this to 8.5. Just like that. And we don't need it as wide, so I'm going to cut this down to about 1.5 inches. I think will be more than enough. So I'm going to pull out some of my fall themed papers from Stampin' Up. See, I could take that down just a little bit more. And we're going to do all kinds of different tags. Now, I know it's real easy to just keep doing the same type of tag over and over and over again. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to research all the different kinds of tags that I can find, and every week we'll try to do a new style. How's that? Let's see, I can tuck that right under there, and then when I bring this piece in, it will cover that up. That will work. So I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this. And I'm probably going to have to get out a new bottle of glue when I get ready to do that strip. But I don't want to do it until I can bring those brads through and hide them. So other than that, this journal is going to be done. I guess I need to go this way so I can pull it towards me under there and really tuck it up underneath that spine. Here we go. And that'll cover up that brown on the ends, just like that. And see, I'm 2 seconds of doing glue, and I have glue on my fingers. And I'm sure I just stuck my head in the way, and I do apologize. I just trying to see what I was doing. Just trying to see. Okay, so that one will go in the scraps. Now I have so much of this Festive Frolic kit left that I don't know what I'm going to do at all. But not this year. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take and trim this off just enough. I want a full thing on that spine, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to trim that one right there. That may actually work just the way it is. I may have trimmed the right part off. I want to tuck that under there, and I want it to go in there just to cover that spine. And we can probably take another, I really don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So let's go here. And it's not perfect, but this is not an album I'm going to sell. This is the one that's going to be mine and Bob's. Now see, the challenge with this is I would like this to go all the way down, but that's not how that paper prints. So I tell you what I'll do. I will give you a final flip through this on Friday, because this prints on landscape, and I'm going to try and print it portrait, so that maybe I can get a longer strip of this to do this here. So that's where we're going to be. Come back Friday for the final flip through, and we will have completed the December daily album for 2025. I am so excited. Bob has never been able to do a December daily before, because sometimes he was gone for the whole month, or most of the month, or just for the holiday, and it was just, but this year he is home for the whole thing. And I am really looking forward to that. Okay, so Tag Tuesday tomorrow, we're going to get into fall. And then Friday are going to be, I want to get back to doing Friday premieres. I'm not sure if those are going to happen premiere-wise, but there will be videos on Friday where we will be flipping through a project, whatever's left. And that's got a buckle on it. I don't think that one's going to do it. I got to have my big chomper. Hang on. Get through here. Got to have this one, and it looks like it needed to go. Just widen that open just a little bit to make a difference. It will work. Nope, that one needs to open up too. Guess I wasn't very good about creating room, was I? That's much better. Okay, back here tomorrow for Tag Tuesday, and then Friday for a flip through Friday, where we will flip through a finished product and project, and this one will be our 2025 December daily album. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And creative blessings.